after 2 hours walking up from Eranta down at the base, we've been walking for about 2 hours. We've covered just about 4K up the route that takes you to Siripala. We come to what was Varnagala tea estate that was established about 130 years ago, and we're surrounded by tea trees that are about 20 foot high. And I'm here with Buddhika Disanaika from Forest Hill Tea Estate, who's going to tell us about this area. We've come right off the beaten path. You can see just how, if Roscoe pans the camera around, you can see just how dense this jungle is to get up here. And while we stand here, I've actually got leeches that are trying to get up my legs right now, so I might be moving around, picking them off. But if Roscoe pans the camera back, I've got Buddhika here, and you can see that this is an old tea estate. Now I'm actually going to get him to explain what this is down here, why you've got this row of stones just on the floor. Buddhika, can you explain to us what this is for and what it is, why you find this deep in the jungle like this?
Yeah, so actually, as I explained, I was doing a lot of hiking in the childhood, so that is how I discovered this place. So once I started my artisanal tea project, so I had that in my mind. So I started crafting artisanal wild tea from this natural forest for the first time in Sri Lanka. So these stone terraces are developed by the Scottish to stop the soil erosion, and actually we are in just below the slope of Adams Peak, and this is the locals believe this is very spiritual land.
It is, yeah.
Very spiritual land because you can see the Adams Peak from this end, and soil in this area, it is actually similar to virgin forest. We have done a research, so this is all the carbon content.
If you look at that there,
yeah, you
that's
can
just
see
the
how rich
topsoil.
the carbon content. So,
this is very different to what you find on commercial plantations, isn't it? Because in
Exactly.
commercial plantations, a lot of the topsoil has gone off.
yes.
You've had a lot of pesticide, a lot of weedicide in there as well.
Yes,
And
yes.
just in here, you can see how healthy this is, guys, by just seeing the small animals that are moving around on this soil.
So all the microbes are developing carbonic materials. So when the tree is growing like this, so you can imagine the root structures going down and down and down. And the speciality in the seedlings, it has taproot. You don't get taproots in the vegetatively propagated tea. So those root structure absorb top quality minerals from the soil, and we pluck high quality leaf. So the most valuable the healthy parts going up to the two leaf and buds. So we pluck very high quality raw material to handcraft our teas. So with this very rare and very limited badges, and you can see how we are developing this forest friendly tea concept. I think very unique to Sri Lanka. So what do you say, Dhananjay?
I think it is very unique, and just actually, I've just picked these things up while Buddhika was talking about the taproot system. And what these are flowers from tea bushes. These are Camellia sinensis flowers. They smell absolutely divine. They smell absolutely divine. And actually, this is something that I've never seen being, well, I mean, you see it on a commercial tea plantation. You'll see one or two of these flowers growing on a bush. But to see them literally littering, if Roscoe pans the camera, littering all over the floor like this, tells you something else. And maybe Buddhika can tell us why you've got so many flowers like this littering the floor. Why is this, Buddhika? Why do you find so many flowers like this in this forest?
Yes, normally in January to April you get flowering.
Yep.
Because you can't see in the commercial plantation because we have prune.
Yep.
So actually, originally the tea is a species growing in China, India, and India.
Yep. In the Assam regions. Yeah.
So that is similar to this. So when the flowering starts, so this is the
natural way
it's flushing. So that is how you see all the way flowers flowering and start germinating seeds. So here is another unique thing. Seeds have fallen and it has developed running up.
You can see one here, can't you? This exactly is that. This is a a seed that has fallen. It's you know it's generated its own bush. This is just this is nature.
Yeah.
No one has planted this.
Yes, exactly.
Nobody has planted this. This is, and we know that by just how small and young this bush is. Look at the thickness of this branch.
Exactly.
If you compare it to that,
Yeah.
you can see that it's a lot thicker. It's a lot chunkier.
Yes.
This is that. This is nature. Will never see this on a commercial tea plantation. You will see rows. You will see terraces. You won't see this.
Yeah, that's right.
I just need to, and one of the things actually, if Ruska can give me the citronella spray, one of the things that you won't find also on a commercial tea plantation is, I mean, it's carpeted green fields, it's terraced areas. I mean, you won't get the things from the jungle. And while I talk to you, here I am spraying myself furiously because I've got leeches running up my legs. And this is the extent, if Ruska pans up, this is the extent we go at PMDT, and most certainly more so that Buddhika goes to make your tea.
Yeah.
So, if you're drinking Forest Hill tea, if you want to explore Forest Hill tea, one thing that we always talk about is a human toll that goes into making tea. A lot of people forget that, whether it's on a commercial plantation or even if it's with someone like yourself.
Yeah.
So just tell us a bit, Buddhika, about how you actually pick two-leaf in a bud. I mean, like, this tree is about 20 foot high. How do you do that?
Yes.
Because I mean, you've walked 4 kilometers up from the base to get here.
Yeah. And we have numbered our tea trees.
Yep.
And actually we have got people who are very skillful people who can climb up trees.
Mm-hmm.
So we have actually around 7 to 10 people, all are men. So we come in the morning and I don't give any task how much you have to bring, how many kilos you have to bring. So
You simply can't do that in something like this.
yes. So I always advise them to pick only high quality two-leaf and bud from the top. So we supervise that, and it's not very easy thing. So sometimes we use bamboo ladders, and some of them are very skillful. Straight away they can go up.
They'll climb this
Yes.
just without anything.
Yes.
And some of them will use a bamboo ladder.
Yes. And what we do is we do slowly trimming of the top branches, and it's flushing. So that is how we do our harvesting system. That is very unique to Sri Lanka and very
It's unique to anywhere, isn't it? I mean, you don't find people who trek 4 kilometers into the jungle, and while they're sitting here covered by the leeches, will then put up a ladder in some cases, or actually climb up these trees, head up 20 foot to in search of two-leaf in a bud. That's up there. It's a completely different concept. I've never seen anything like this. I'm so glad that I came over here. We've missed each other a lot over the years, and then of course COVID happened. But I'm so glad that we finally came up here and actually got to explore this. It not only is the tea unique, but I think it's a very spiritual journey that just coming up here. So if you're ever visiting Sri Lanka and you're thinking about exploring a tea estate and coming off the beaten track, check out Buddhika. I'm going to put all of this stuff in the links below. Check him out. Visit Forest Hill, and he can guide you through this magical part of the world.